on weather.
Yeah, somehow. So rain free for us for today, because we're also looking at some rain chances, Ruben and Mindy, by the end of this week as well. But look, if you're going to be outdoors, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the morning in the upper 60s and then increasing only into the 80s. Yes, we're not expected to reach a high in the 90s. For tonight, mostly cloudy in the 70s. Those winds blowing from the southeast, 3 to 7 miles per hour. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 87 with a low of 68. And then for Friday, we start to see those rain chances. Have a good one. Good Tuesday morning. It is 6:45. Our current temperature is in the 70s. It is slightly humid. Those winds are blowing from the southeast to 3 miles per hour. Yes, we're looking at a few clouds throughout the morning, and then it will become partly sunny. Temperatures across the nation in the Central Plains in the 40s to 50s, and that is due to that cold front. Also in the Texas Panhandle this morning, they're looking at those temperatures in the 50s. 62 for Dallas, 71 for us as our current temperature, 68 for Houston. From California all the way into the Pacific Northwest in the 60s to 50s, in the Northeast 40s, 47 for New York, 54 for Boston, in the Southeast Memphis 56, 58 for Atlanta, 63 for Orlando. But for us here in South Texas, our highs would be ranging from the upper 80s to mid 80s. And yes, as I mentioned, we're looking at cloudy skies throughout the morning, and then it will become partly sunny. Showers and thunderstorms from the northern plains all the way into New Mexico. Some showers as well in the Texas Panhandle and in Florida, but strong winds and heavy rainfall for the New York and the Northeast portions. But for us, rain chances will be possible later on by the end of the week, being at a 30%. But moving on to Atlantic hurricane season, we do see two areas that are being monitored by the National Hurricane Center. This one is at a medium chance of forming into a tropical storm or a hurricane, but it will be producing lots of heavy rainfall as it's going to be moving into the Caribbean Sea. But this one moving into the eastern Atlantic, we do see this one is at a higher chance of forming. It's at a 70%, and it's also going to be producing lots of heavy rainfall, showers and thunderstorms in the 60s this morning, increasing into the 80s. Winds blowing from the east-southeast 5 to 8 miles per hour. Partly cloudy, temperatures dropping in the 70s. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 88. For tomorrow, a high in the 90s. Then once again back into the upper 80s. Friday through the weekend, rain chances. Back to you. Good morning, 6:47, and it is Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. Our temperature is in the 70s. Cloudy skies for us throughout the morning. Those winds are blowing from the east to 7 miles per hour. How are temperatures looking this morning across the nation? Well, we do see those temperatures in the 50s from California all the way into Seattle. 56 for Seattle, 67 for Los Angeles. As we move into those central states, in the upper 40s to 50s, 62 for Dallas, 66 for Houston. For us, we keep waking up in those 70s. And then as we move into the Northeast, from the 50s, 53 for DC, 63 for Orlando. So not much going on for today. It will be mostly cloudy, and then it will become partly to mostly sunny for us. And we do see lots of showers and thunderstorms, mainly in New Mexico and in the Texas Panhandle and in Oklahoma. Some showers and thunderstorms making their way into the Great Lakes, New York, and in the Northeast. They're getting showers and thunderstorms as well. For us, it would be by the end of this week that we're looking at a better chance of getting some rain, being at a 30% and even into the weekend. For today's pollen, tree and grass are low. Ragweed is high. We're going to be in the 60s this morning. Temperatures increasing into the 80s. For tonight, we're going to be dropping into the 70s, and we're expected to reach a high of 94 today, even for tomorrow. And then for Friday into the weekend, those rain chances. Have a great one. Going to be partly sunny in the 60s in the morning. Temperatures increasing into those 80s. Winds blowing from the east 3 to 9 miles per hour. For tonight, we are going to see an increase of clouds. And keep in mind, we're looking at those chances of rain. Even for tomorrow, a high of 85, 20% chance of rain with the low of 70. Have a good one. Temperatures would be increasing into the 80s, and then we do see those rain chances disappear in the evening hours. Around 10 p.m. we're going to be in the 70s. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 84, and then look for next week, we're back in those 90s. Have a great one. Upper 60s this morning, temperatures increasing into those 80s. Winds blowing from the east 7 to 13 miles per hour. And then for the night, if you had plans, it is going to be breezy with gusts up to 20 miles. Our temperatures will be dropping into the upper 70s. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 90 with the low of 68. And as you can see, our highs would be in the low 90s and our lows would be in the upper 60s to low 70s. And then by this weekend, we're looking at those light chances of rain. For Sunday, a high of 89. Back to you.
Desk, I think, or we're not going to show Yolanda because she's having some problems. So
technical difficulties.
We're just going to hear from her. Yolanda, what's happening?
It's like if I'm a ghost, Ruben.
Ooh.
It's not even Halloween yet, but we're in the month of October. So sunny skies for us. So that means make sure you do apply your sunblock, your sunglasses, your caps. Don't forget about them because it is going to be also a warm day. We're expected to reach our highs for South Texas in the upper 80s to low 90s. In our case, our high would be a 90. So throughout the day, this is how it's going to be looking. We are going to be in the 70s, and then those temperatures would be increasing into the 80s. But for tonight, those temperatures will be dropping, but it is going to be mostly clear and mild. Our temperatures would be in the upper 70s. Those winds will be blowing from the east-southeast 5 to 9 miles per hour. As I was mentioning, for today, we're expected to reach that high of 90, a low of 72, and then we're going to continue to see those highs in the 90s with sunny skies. Not much of a change, but due to increase of moisture, we're going to start to see some chances of rain for the weekend, Ruben and Mindy, which is something we need here in Laredo. Not much of a change. There will be a cool front. I just call it a cool front because it's not going to make much of a change to our high temperatures. They're just going to be dropping into the 80s for early next week, and also those rain chances. We're going to see rain chances for next week being from a 40 to a 50%. So we might be needing our umbrellas for next week as well, and our lows would be in the low 70s. We're not looking much of a change, but look, they're going to be in the low 90s for this week, and then early next week, those temperatures will be dropping into the 80s.
Okay. Looking forward to that rain this weekend.
Well, good Wednesday morning. It is 6:15 and we are in the 70s, and it is going to be a humid day for us where our dew points would be ranging from the low 70s and then dropping into the upper 60s. Those winds right now are blowing from the east to 6 miles per hour. And yes, it is going to be a sunny day for us. So make sure you do apply your sunblock. Also, don't forget about your caps and your sunglasses. How is it looking for us this morning in Texas? So we do see that in the Texas Panhandle, they're in the 50s, and that is due to a cold front that is extended from the Texas Panhandle all the way into the Great Lakes, where they're seeing these temperatures in the 50s and 40s, even in the 30s. But for us, we're not looking at anything like that. We are in the 70s, 72 for us this morning, 73 for McAllen, 74 for San Antonio. That cold front will be moving later on across Texas for tomorrow, but it's not going to make much of a change for us. This is a weak front. It is going to make a change for the central part of Texas, but there is another one that will be coming next week, and that's when we're going to notice just a slight change in our highs temperatures. They would be dropping into the upper 80s and low 70s. So I would say it's going to be feeling cooler next week and also beautiful days, but we're looking at those chances of rain as well, even for this weekend being at a 20%. But let's take a look at those showers and thunderstorms that are from the Great Lakes all the way into the mid-Atlantic and in the southeast. Showers and thunderstorms for them. This is how it's looking for us for today. Our pollen, tree and grass are low. Mold and ragweed is moderate for us. So don't forget to take your allergy pills as well if you're starting to feel those allergies. So we're going to be in the 70s this morning, a few clouds, and then later on in the afternoon it is going to be sunny. Temperatures increasing into those 80s, and then even around the evening hours we're going to be in those 90s. Those winds blowing from the southeast to 8 to 3 miles per hour. Mostly clear for today. We're expected to reach a high of 94 with a low of 73. Back to you guys. 70s, increasing into the 90s. Those winds blowing from the north to 7 miles per hour. For tonight, it is going to be mostly clear and a mild night in the low 80s. Those winds blowing from the east-southeast, the 10 miles per hour. Around 4 p.m., it's when we're expected to reach our high, which is 96, a low of 73. And then for tomorrow, we're going to continue to see those low 90s all the way into the weekend. For Sunday, due to an increase of moisture, that 40% chance of rain for the night with a high of 94 and a low of 75. And as I mentioned, from Thursday all the way into the weekend, humid conditions. And then for Monday, drier air will be moving in cooler as well due to that cold front. So we're looking at a 60% chance of rain. Cloudy skies for us on Monday, a high of 86 with a low of 65. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, our highs would be in the 70s. For Tuesday, a 40% chance of rain, and look at our low of 61. Have a great one. With some rain chances for this weekend, Ruben. You forgot to mention
This weekend already?
This weekend, yeah. But this weekend, it's going to be due to the increase of moisture that we're going to be seeing, those chances of rain. But for today, yes, the heat will continue. We're going to be in the 70s. A humid day, partly to mostly sunny skies. Our winds from the east, 6 to 9 miles per hour. For tonight, it is going to be mostly clear. Our temperatures would be dropping into the 80s. We're expected to reach a high of 94 with a low of 73. For Sunday night, due to that increase of moisture, it's when we're looking at that 40% chance of rain. We're going to continue to feel that humidity. And then for Monday, that cold front would be moving in, dropping our temperatures as well into the 80s. But look for Tuesday, a 30% chance of rain in the upper 60s, a low of 57. So I think it's going to be time for us to take those light sweaters out as well. And then for Wednesday through Thursday, our highs would be in the 70s, which is something good. Back to you guys. Good Monday morning. It's the start of the week, and it's going to be warm and humid, mostly cloudy, and also we're looking at those rain chances for us. A current temperature of 75. Those winds blowing from the east-northeast to 7 miles per hour. And also we're looking at some changes because there will be a cold front passing across South Texas for us for today, but mainly we're going to feel those changes for tomorrow. Higher temperatures looking across the nation as we head into California all the way into the Pacific Northwest. Very nice in the 50s and 60s. Mainly for tomorrow, it's when we're going to be waking up into the upper 50s due to that cold front. As we move into the central states, chilly temperatures in the 30s all the way into the 50s. And in the northeast, they are in the upper 50s to low 50s. 58 for New York, 51 for Boston. In the southeast, 69 for New Orleans, 64 for Atlanta. And in Florida, they are in the 70s, just like us in Texas. So this is how it's looking. Texas is mainly seeing those showers and thunderstorms likely around 10 a.m. It's when we're expected to see those showers and thunderstorms arrive for us, being at a 60 to a 70%. So take your umbrellas and your raincoats. We do see that areas that from Colorado all the way into the central states, even into the New England area, they're looking at those freeze warnings, very chilly temperatures. So for us, for tomorrow, it's when we're going to feel those changes. And this is how it's going to be looking. We do see lots of isolated showers. And then by 10 p.m., there's going to be lots of heavy rainfall and thunder for us as well for tonight. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 80. And depending how fast that cold front approaches us, we're going to be we might not even reach that 80 for tonight. In the upper 60s, it is going to be windy with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. And I just want to show you guys the 7-day forecast. Look, 57 for tomorrow morning, Tuesday, and then 62 as our high for Tuesday with the low of 51. Back to you. Well, good Tuesday morning. It is 6:45, and yes, it's a nice, cool morning. We're enjoying this day as well because then by the end of the week, I'll tell you, we're starting to see those temperatures increase, okay? Let's take a look at our current temperature, 62, nice and cool. It is not humid. Our winds are blowing from the northeast at 15 miles per hour. It is going to be a breezy morning, and we're also looking at those rain chances for us for today. So make sure you have your umbrella, and you could wear your light sweaters or a sweater. Not that heavy though, because our temperatures would be in the 60s for today. They're going to drop into the upper 50s. 62 right now for us here in Laredo, 57 for Houston. 49 for Dallas. They are looking at a freeze warning as well in northern parts of Texas. Moving on into California, all the way into the Pacific Northwest, in the 60s into the low 50s. 46 for Billings, 22 for Bismarck, freezing temperatures. 36 for Chicago, 36 for Nashville as well. In the southeast, from the 50s to 30s. 41 for Atlanta. In the northeast, 60 for Boston, 45 for DC. So for today, we're expected to reach a high of 60, but due to cloudy skies and rain chances that we have for today being at a 70%, our temperatures would be dropping into the 50s. We do see that they're starting to approach the Laredo area, so you might be seeing some lightning already, showers and thunderstorms. We do see by El Sinal, even in Cotula, and they're approaching us right here, even by Highway 59. San Diego, Hebbronville are looking at those showers and thunderstorms. So freeze warnings for Colorado, the northern parts of Texas, all the way into the southeast, making their way into the New England area. For us here in the deep south, we're looking at those showers and thunderstorms with cloudy skies. So this is our future forecast. This is how it's going to be looking for us. We do see those showers and thunderstorms lingering for us throughout the day, and then later on in the afternoon they're going to clear up. It's still going to be cloudy for us, and it's going to be nice and cool. This is how it's going to be looking in the evening hours. We're going to increase into the 60s, and then for the night drop into the upper 50s. Those winds blowing from the north for today, as I mentioned, we're expected to reach a high of 60, but then we're going to drop into the 50s tomorrow morning in the low 50s, 75 as our high. Sunny skies with the low of 53, and then you do see by the weekend we're back in the 90s and upper 80s. Back to you guys. Well, good morning. It is Wednesday. It's also 6:46, and we're looking at a nice, pleasant day for us. We're going to be in the 50s, and then temperatures would be slightly warming up. Cloudy skies for us throughout the morning. Winds blowing from the north to 5 miles per hour, but that sun will be coming out. It is going to be a sunny day across the nation. Very chilly, freezing temperatures around in the northern central states, as you can see. 27 for Bismarck, 26 for Kansas. As we make our way into the west, we do see 67 for California, 54 Seattle. In the northeast, they're waking up in the 40s, 39 for DC. In the southeast, 37 for Atlanta, 54 for Orlando, 72 for Miami. But as I mentioned, it is going to be nice and pleasant because our highs would be increasing into the 70s for us here in South Texas. Freeze warnings going on for Oklahoma and northern parts of Texas, making their way into the southeast. We're also in the Great Lakes. They're looking at that mixture of precipitation, snow and rain for them, as well into the New England area. For us, we're not looking at any chances of rain. If you're going to be out there, don't forget to take your cap, apply some sunblock and your sunglasses. For today, pollen mode is high for us. Tree and grass are low. Ragweed is moderate. Don't forget to take your allergy pills. We're going to be in the 50s, increasing into those 70s. Winds blowing from the north 2 to 3 miles per hour. It's not going to be a breezy day. And then for tonight, clear skies in the 60s. Winds blowing from the south-southeast to 3 miles per hour. It is going to be a nice, pleasant night as well. And then for today, we're expected to reach a high of 75 around 5 p.m., a low of 53, and then for tomorrow, we're going to start to see those highs back into the 80s. For this weekend, that humidity will return. We're going to be seeing highs for the weekend as well in the 90s. And then for next week, a slight chance of rain for Monday night being at a 20%, a high of 93 and a low of 72. Have a great one. Well, good morning. Don't forget to download our weather app. But how's it looking for us? Yes, it's a chilly morning. We are in the 50s, 55. Those winds are blowing from the south-southeast to 7 miles per hour. If you're going for a run, you're going to feel that light breeze, and it's a nice chilly breeze as well. But moving on to those temperatures across the nation. Here in Texas, we are in the 50s, 51 for Dallas, 51 for Houston as well. As we make our way into the northern states, we do see that they're in the upper 30s and 42 for Oklahoma City. From California, they're waking up in the 70s all the way into the Pacific Northwest in the 50s, and then making their way into the northeast. We do see those temperatures are in the 40s, 45 for New York, 42 for Boston. In the Great Lakes, they continue to see that mixture of precipitation showers with some snow. Freeze warnings going on for the southeast all the way into the mid-Atlantic, even into the Great Lakes. This advisory should be done later on in the afternoon or into the evening hours. For us, we're looking at plenty of sunshine. That warming trend will start for us for today, where highs in South Texas would be in the mid-80s. And then by this weekend, that humidity will be moving in from the Gulf and making our temperatures even increase. We're looking at those 90s once again for us this weekend. So for today's pollen, tree and grass are low, mold and ragweed are moderate for us for today. We're going to be in the 50s, increasing into those 70s, winds blowing from the south 5 to 8 miles per hour. For tonight, it is going to be pleasant. We're going to be in the upper 60s, partly cloudy. We're expected to reach a high of 83 for us for today, a low of 57. And then for tomorrow, Friday, we're going to be in the upper 80s, drop, and our lows would be in the 60s. And then for this weekend, breezy conditions for Sunday and our highs in the 90s. Have a great one. Good Tuesday morning, 6:46, and yes, it's a nice cool morning for us. We are in the upper 60s, and that is due to that cold front that has passed across South Texas. No rain chances for today. Sunny skies. Those winds right now are blowing from the north-northwest at 13 miles per hour. It is going to be breezy for us this morning, and then later on, it won't be that breezy for us in the afternoon. 68 for us right now, 61 for Houston, Dallas, very nice, 53, 48 for Oklahoma City. They're also looking at some showers and thunderstorms as we move into the northern states. We do see those temperatures in the northern central states. Those temperatures are in the 30s, 48 for Seattle, California in the 50s, 55 for San Francisco. In the southeast, not much. Those temperatures are still in the 70s, 70 for Memphis, 75 for New Orleans, 55 for Atlanta. In the northeast, 60s to 50s, 64 for Orlando. And as I was mentioning, there are some showers and thunderstorms affecting Oklahoma into the southeast. And this is that cold front. You can see it from the Texas coast all the way into the southeast, where it's extending those showers and thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms as well for Louisiana, all the way into Mississippi. For us, we're not looking at anything like that. It is going to be pleasant for us this week, where our highs would be ranging in the mid 80s to upper 70s as well. There are some wind advisories going on also for the central and east Texas state as well. We do see also in the Dallas area freeze warnings going on in the Four Corners all the way into Idaho, into the Pacific Northwest. 60s this morning, temperatures increasing into the 70s. Those winds blowing from the north-northwest to 14 miles per hour. And then later on in the afternoon, they are going to be blowing from the north 5 to 9 miles. And then for tonight, it is going to be mostly clear. Temperatures would be dropping into the upper 60s. For today, we're expected to reach a high of 80. And then for tonight, dropping into the upper 50s. We're going to continue to see those 80s for Friday and Saturday, gusts up to 20 to 30 miles per hour for Saturday, a high in the upper 70s, and our lows in the 50s. Have a great one. Back to you. Good Thursday morning. It is 6:46. We are in the 60s, but it's also going to be a warm day for us. Clear skies. Our winds are blowing from the east to 6 miles per hour. It is going to be a slightly humid day for us because due to that moisture coming in from the Gulf, we're going to be seeing our dew points increase into the 60s and 70s, and that's also going to help for us to see some rain for tonight, which would be in the midnight hours. Temperatures across the nation. In the central states, we do see that they're in the upper 30s, and then into the northern central states in the 30s and central into the 50s. 51 for Dallas, 56 for Houston, 61 for us here in Laredo. In the west, we do see from the 50s to 30s, 37 for Salt Lake City, 59 for Los Angeles. In the northeast, in the 60s to 50s, 55 for DC, 61 for Boston, 46 for Memphis, Florida, in the upper 60s to 70. So for us for today, we're expected to reach a high in the 80s, which is not going to be that bad. We're going to see an increase of clouds, and also that moisture that is coming in from the Gulf will cause those chances of rain for us for tonight at midnight from 12 a.m. into Friday. Friday, we have a cold front that will be moving across South Texas. Scattered showers for us as well for Friday. And it won't drop our temperatures for Friday, but it would be the next day, the following day, that we're going to see those temperatures. We're going to be waking up this weekend into the 70s, and our lows would be dropping into the 50s with cloudy skies as well. Showers and thunderstorms in the central states and the Four Corners, mixture of precipitation with some snow as well. So for today's pollen, tree and grass are low, mold and ragweed are moderate. For us, we're going to be in the 60s, temperatures increasing into those 80s. Our winds blowing from the east-southeast, 7 to 13 miles per hour. For tonight, it is going to be partly cloudy. We're going to be dropping into the 70s, a high of 82 for us for today. And then we're going to be dropping into the upper 60s for tomorrow, that cold front with gusts up to 20 miles to 30 miles per hour. And then for Monday, we do see that slight chance for Halloween being at a 20%, a high of 81 with the low of 66. Back to you. Good
Thank
Friday
you.
morning. It is 6:48. Many of you are getting ready for the day to go to work or to school. Make sure you take your umbrellas, your rain jackets as well, because your raincoats, because it is going to be raining for us throughout the morning hours. And then later on, it will become sunny. So then you're going to want to take off those raincoats as well. We're having a cold front move in this morning. Right now, we're looking at a current temperature of 75, cloudy skies. Yes, our winds right now are blowing from the south to 6 miles per hour, but it is going to be windy. Hear me. And then our dew points are in the 70s. They will be dropping into the 40s and into the 30s as well. Elevated fire weather conditions will be possible for us around 12 p.m. today all the way until 6 p.m. So this is how it's looking for us right now in Texas. We do see that in the Texas Panhandle, those temperatures are in the upper 40s. In Central Texas, in the 60s. And this is where that cold front is right now. For us in the deep south, we're still in the 70s. Our temperatures are not expected to drop that much for today. It would be for tomorrow that we're going to feel those temperatures drop. We're going to be we're expected to reach highs in the upper 70s for South Texas, but that would be for this weekend. So this is where that cold front is right now. We're expected to see some isolated showers and thunderstorms will be possible at a 40% chance of rain for us for today all the way until 11 a.m. And then that cold front will be moving in, gusts up to 32 miles per hour. So if you're going to be outdoors, make sure you hold on to your hats. It is going to be a windy day. Back to you. Well, good morning and happy Halloween. We are in the 60s. It is nice and pleasant, but then it is going to get warm for us and humid as well because our dew points will be increasing into the 60s for today. We're looking at some slight chances of rain in the afternoon hours. Those winds right now are blowing from the east-northeast to 6 miles. How's the rest of Texas looking? Some areas are in the 40s, while some in the 50s, but here in the deep south, we're waking up to those 60s and 70s, 55 for San Antonio, even for Austin, 58 for Houston, and the Texas Panhandle in the 40s. So for today, we are looking at those slight chances of rain this afternoon around 3 p.m. and then it's going to increase into a 50% as we head into the night. Showers and thunderstorms mainly in the southeast and the Great Lakes all the way into the northeast. So this is our future forecast. This is how it's going to be looking. So they're going to be isolated to scattered around 3 p.m. We're looking at these showers to approach the Laredo area, and that's due to the increase of the moisture that is coming from the Gulf. So we do see those showers are going to be isolated to scattered. And then overnight, by midnight, those chances of rain would be increasing into an 80%. So you can take your umbrellas and go trick-or-treating, but don't forget that it's going to be isolated to scattered. This is how our temperatures will be looking. Our winds blowing from the east-southeast, 6 to 11 miles per hour. For today, we're expected to reach a high in the upper 70s. Back to you.